Hello, I am Dr. Sharda Ghadge, Department of Botany and Plant Protection, SGM College, Karad. Here from paper number 1, BSc 2, Plant Protection, Plant Pathology, we are going to study next disease, that is rust of wheat. This rust of wheat, it is commonly or widely occurred in all over the world. The main symptoms is the formation of black or brown colored pustules on aerial parts of the plant. This is the systematic position of this disease. That is, it belongs from division Eumycophyta, class Basidiomycetes, order Uridiales, family Pucciniaceae, genus Puccinia, and species Graminis tritici. Symptoms of this disease. The disease is first marked by the eruption of brown colored pustules on the leaf lamina or on the lower side of the leaves. When the disease is more or in severe condition, this disease plant fails to formation of grain, or if grain form, they get a shrivel. Brown colored pustules were arised like this on the leaf lamina, like this, that appear like an eruption on the lower side of the leaves. This is a diseased plant. This is meant the uridial stage, which appear as a brown colored spot on the lower side of the leaf. But at severe condition or in the next stage, what happens? These brown colored pustules get converted into blackish colored pustules, which appear on the leaf part or as well as on the stem parts. This is the next stage, which is called as the tilial stage. When we take the TS passing through these pustules, we able to know that there is a ruptured epidermis and through this ruptured epidermis, stalked eudospores get emerged out like this. Globose structure of eudospores, which are having ornamented exine and smooth intine, like this. These are the eudospores. This is the part of epidermis. These are stalked structures which are oval in shape, bicelled, binucleate and yellowish brown in color. This is the first stage which occur on the wheat leaves or wheat plant. When this becomes mature, then we found the next stage of this disease, which is called as a teletospores. These are again stalked structures. This is the uridial stage and this is the tilial stage. These are bicelled structure like this. Bicelled, binucleated. This is tilial stage or teletospore. Are the eudospores. Tilial stage is bicelled one or binucleated stage. And at maturity what happens, these two nuclei get fused, that is there is karyogamy occurs, and these two nuclei fuse to each other to form the binucleated condition. This is the teleal stage. First, raised pustules occur on the leaf lamina at the lower side of the leaf lamina. These are, when we take the TS passing through this uridial pustules, we are able to know that these are the stalked structures with inserted mycelium inside the host tissue, which gives the nourishment to these uridospores. And the stalked structures which arises upward side, which gives rise to such globose structures, these are called as uridospores, which are binucleated stage and bicelled stage, and which is having smooth intine and ornamented exine. Next stage is the teleal stage, which is bicelled one and binucleated also, which is having conical upper side and lower funnel side. These are the uridial and teleal stages. These two stages occur on the wheat plant only. Next stage, actually there are 5 stages of this disease. First uridial, second is the teleal stage. These two occur on the wheat plant. There are main 5 stages of this disease. Then where are the remaining 3? The next stage, that is basidiomycetes or basidial stage, sorry, that is the basidial stage. First uridial stage, next is the teleal stage, third is the basidial, next is the acial, and last is the pycnial. This basidial stage found on the plant debris. Next, acial and pycnial stages, these are found on the barberry plant. These two stages, uridial and teleal stages, occur only on the wheat plant or observe on the infected on the wheat plant. Next is the disease cycle. As this disease is wind-borne, or it is also called as a soil-borne. It infects to the grains and systematically they infect the whole plant. Then how one can control this disease? First is good drainage. Means avoid waterlogged conditions. Next, use of sulfur fungicides. Third, use of disease resistant varieties. These disease resistant varieties used like NP4, NP4797, Kalyan Sona, etc. And use of zinc sulfate. These are some of the control measures to avoid this disease. In this way, we have studied our first disease, that is rust of wheat. Causal organism is Puccinia graminis tritici. Symptoms occur on the aerial part of the plant, that is leaves, stem, especially brown colored pustules appear on the lower side of the leaves. But at severe condition, these pustules observe on the stem part also. This is the uridial stage, which is the first stage. And next, the teleal stage, that is these brown colored pustules turn blackish in color. These mostly appear on leaves and stem also. When we take the TS of the infected leaf, we are able to know that the ruptured epidermis shows some stalked raised portion or some stalked raised hyphae. These are called as uridia or uridospores. And this globose structure with smooth intine and skull, that is called as somewhat ornamented exine. When we take the TS passing through the teleal stage, we able to know that the raised stalked portions called the teleospores, which are having bicelled binucleated structure. The upper one is conical one and lower one is the funnel shaped structure. How one can control this disease? By good drainage, that is good drainage or management of the moisture in the soil. Next is the crop rotation, use of sulfur fungicides, disease resistant varieties like NP 4797, NP4, Kallansona, and zinc, use of zinc sulfate. These are some of the control measures to control this disease. Now we are going to study next disease, that is grain smut of jowar. First, we are going to study the systematic position. Basidiomycetes. This is the systematic position of grain smut of jowar. It belongs from division Eumycophyta, class Basidiomycetes, order Eustylaginus, family Eustylaginaceae, genus Sphacelotheca, and species is Sorghum. Then what about the symptoms? The disease become apparent at the time of the grain formation. At initial stages, we don't found that there is this infected plant or not, but this becomes apparent at the formation of the grain. Ovaries get affected and transformed into a smuttosaurus like this. This is the smutted saurus. Smutted plant. There is normal grain formation also observed here, but some of the grains become elongated like this. The elongated grains, these are the smutted grains. And these are the normal grains. When we open these smutted grains, we able to know that there is a formation of sheath or shell which is having central hard tissue. This is called as columella, which is made up of parenchymatous cells or vascular cylinders or vascular tissue, and this is the wall of the saurus, which is filled with many small sori. These are black in color. The whole saurus get filled with this black colored powdery mass or sori. These sori are round, blackish in color. This is the structure of sori one. Here sometimes the ear head is only partially smutted and the remaining grains remain as normal grains or behave as a normal grains. The sori are elongated structures which are having the columella, which is hard tissue, which is made up of parenchymatous tissue or vascular tissue, and which is filled with many smutted sori. Then these smut sori are round in shape and blackish in color. Then this is a cycle. The disease is soil borne as well as seed borne also. These sori present in the soil as well as attached to the grains also. When grain germinate, this sori also get germinated and systematically it infects the plant and it convert the ovary into the smutted grains. Some of the grains get converted into smutted grains. Then how one can control this disease? First, use of sulfur fungicide. Next, use of 5% formalin wash. 5% formalin wash is given to the seeds. Soak the seeds in 5% formalin for 2 hours. Then sun dry the seeds and use for the sowing. Next is use of disease resistant varieties. Like CSH1, CSH2, CSH5, etc. And clean cultivation, crop rotation, these are some of the control measures to get the rid from this disease. Next disease we are going to study, that is ticka disease of groundnut. This is the third disease. Causal organism. Cercospora personata or Cercospora arachidicola. This is found all over the world. This is responsible for leaf spot. The lower side of the leaf first get infected by this disease. The rust ticka disease appear on the lower side of the leaves, and at severe condition they appear on the upper side of the leaves also. When we see the leaf, it shows yellow hollow at the vicinity of this disease, like this. This spot, diseased spot gets surrounded by this yellow hollow. When we take the TS passing through this disease, we able to know that the ruptured epidermis the fungal mycelium is spread inside the host tissue for encouragement and for taking the nourishment, while some of the mycelium gives rise to such raised structures, which is the septate one. These are called as conidiophores. And which gives rise to such conidia. These are the conidia. This is tiers of leaf passing through pustule. It shows the ruptured epidermis, and this is the host tissue. This is parasitic fungi, which shows the mycelium which grow inside the host tissue for encouragement, for nourishment, and some of the stalks or hyphae get raised upper side, which are called as the conidiophore, which is the septate structure which gives rise to sickle shaped conidia. Sickle shaped like this. Some of the conidia are straight one, while some giving the sickle shaped conidia. These are the conidia. The disease cycle, the mature conidia get disseminated through wind, and by wind they remain viable for a long time. Last is the control measure. First control, that is clean cultivation. Next, use of the fungicides like Benomine. Next, use of carbendazim 0.03%. Benomine 0.05%. And use of disease resistant varieties. These are some of the simple control measures. In this way, we have studied the 3 diseases. First disease is rust of wheat, second is grain smut of jowar, and last is Cercospora disease, or it is called as the Tikka disease of the groundnut. Thank you.